Hey, I added the chin flick. Does that do anything for you? Should I keep it? Happy day 6, everybody. We're here with a taco shirt that I should have worn yesterday, cause yesterday was Tuesday. Also featuring freshly cleaned hair. It's time for the 6th painting. Yoink. Ow, stuck in the jar. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Abby, it's the APOTHIC A. For those of you who don't know, APOTHIC is a brand of wine. One of my best friends, Abby, and actually most of my best friends, but this was specifically asked by Abby. It's a brand of wine. We love it, especially APOTHIC Red. The APOTHIC brand label is this beautiful A, and then some really pretty like vinery, I guess. This is gonna be cool. Let's do it. All right, so today I brought you a little lower because section 6 is down here. And here is the label. We're getting lots of reflection here. So I need 2 colors today. I need black and I need red. So I'm starting with just the black. I'm just gonna paint the whole thing black. We're gonna get to that dry time break pretty early today. So I've got just a big flat brush, go into the black and just freaking get at it, man. Since today's topic is a wine label. What's your favorite wine? This really is my favorite wine and it's so freaking cheap. Like a bottle of APOTHIC Red is usually $8.99 at like Walgreens. They do have some, do you call them flavors when you're talking about wine? Blends? Types? Flavors feels wrong. They have some special release editions, right? And those are a little more expensive, but even so, their most expensive wine is like $13.99. It's not bad. I've spent that much on a glass of wine. Maybe not $13, but I've spent $8 on a glass of wine at a restaurant, and I can get an entire bottle for the same price. Restaurants, your markup is a little ridiculous. Yeah, black paint's pretty easy to just like cover a whole space with. We're already at dry time break. Ray is currently eating lettuce. I don't want to interrupt that. Keeps adding paint to stall. All right, things are nice and dry here. Red paint. Hair's going up much better. Deep, 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 deep. Brush. Brush number 5. You'd think I'd recognize this guy by now. So the APOTHIC A is not just an A with vines coming out of it. Like it looks like there's little cutouts. Let me show you. If we look at the label, you can sort of see there's these little indentations. So the A looks like the vines are sort of cutting into it. I'm gonna start by just drawing the A, normal, like your standard Helvetica Times New Roman capital A, and then go back in with a detail brush with some black paint and make the cutouts from there. Yeah, that feels right. I'm scared. Okay, it's fine. Ta-da! I want to do this one proud because not only is it my favorite wine, it's also my initial. So people who don't recognize the label, they're going to see this and be like, oh, that's so cute. She painted her initial. Nah, dude, I painted my favorite wine label. And I'm going to put a little mark where I want it the height to be. And then we're just going to zoop, zoop. Oh, it doesn't show up very good for you guys. I'm sorry. So I'm just gently dragging this. I'm resting my wrist and I'm just dragging. I found that the gentler you are, the more likely you are to get a nice straight line. If we're talking about wine today, I saw a really funny TikTok today. I know, where it's a sound that's like January, February, March, 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 like making fun of the fact that March felt like it lasted 14 years. This person was dropping the wine corks from bottles of wine that they had consumed that month. It got to March and it was like 5 corks, 12 corks, 30 corks, and then it filled this mixing bowl of wine corks. Oh no, it's funny. No, bunny hair. I feel like I'm just drawing the cover to the Scarlet Letter. That's not what this is, although, is that where they got the idea? Did they actually read the Scarlet Letter in high school like they were supposed to? I don't know. I'm gonna wait for the A to dry before I try and do the little like black indentations. So I'm gonna start doing the vines. This is the scary part. And you guessed it, folks. Brush 0. as opposed to Coke Zero. I'm so nervous. I'm gonna start with ones that are near the A and work my way out. Now the label has just a rectangle of the vines around the A, but part of me kind of wants to make this whole thing covered in vines. I'll start with the rectangle and then we'll make a decision later. We'll make a game time decision. Committed. I think I need to thin this out. I think I need water. I hope everybody's okay. Anybody else terrified of sirens nowadays? I already don't love hearing sirens because it's kind of like, oh man, that's really sad. I'll bet somebody isn't doing well. But now it's just like, y'all, now is not the time to have a medical emergency. Like, it's not the time. Man, this is taking forever to thin out. Okay, but yeah, so now we've got some thinner red, a little more inky. Let's see what that's like. Okay, that's something, I guess. It's not that different. I don't know how accurate I'm gonna be able to keep it to the actual label. Like, I might just have to just go for it, you know? I don't like that very much. Gosh, I wish I had an even finer detail brush, but I don't. See, because it still gets some thickness from this brush, and I want it to be like thinner than thin. We're not going for the rectangle. I can already tell. Whoever designed this label really liked to just doodle. And I was thinking, before doing this, I was thinking about maybe laying out where all these vines would be in white and then painting the red on top of it, because again, the black's shining through a little bit, but I was not about to hand paint these vines twice. I was not gonna do that. She's back munching on the lettuce. So if you hear crunching in the background, Ray's just eating. Ew. Gosh, this is not. Do I have anything thinner? This is brush number 4. It kind of comes to a point. Maybe this will help. I'll try it. We're keeping 0 in my mouth for now. It doesn't move as well. We'll stick with this. It's fine. I just gotta be light-handed. So many vines, which makes sense. Yeah, it's wine. Like so, like that. Anybody watch Tabitha Brown on TikTok? She's everybody's mom. She is now everyone's mom. And that's how it is. And I just spilled water on my pants. This is what happens when you gesticulate. There's your vocab of the day. Gesticulate, talking with your hands. You're welcome. I know words too, not just numbers. And I have just lost every excuse I've ever used. Whenever I would like mess up with words in front of my students, I'd be like, I teach numbers, not words. Gosh, I'm gonna have to go over all of these so that they actually show up. Post in the comments below if you think it would have been easier to do the A first on a white canvas so that this color would be bright, and then try and paint the background black, or if how I'm doing it is the right way to do it. Because at this point, I don't know. I don't know which I think would have been easier, because I'm gonna have to go over this a couple times for it to show up on the black. But carving out each little curl would be insane. I don't know why I'm checking the picture. This is not gonna look exactly like it. I don't have a super fine brush, and I'm just sort of doing this how I wanna do it. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, that's cool. I still know what it is. Abby still knows what it is. I got you, girl. I got you. I got you. And like, everybody knows that this is the APOTHIC A. If you don't, get on it. Try this wine. It's really, really good. And for my birthday, Abby was sweeter than pie, and she brought me mini bottles of APOTHIC Red, which is perfect for someone who lives alone because I don't drink a lot. But every once in a while, I want a little glass of wine. And that's the thing. I just want a glass, and I can't have a glass if I crack open an entire bottle. Like, I have to then finish that bottle soon, and I don't want to do that. I wish they did that with their other flavors too, or types, or what did we agree on? What did we agree on is the proper terminology? The other blends, because, sometimes I want to have a different blend. But the fact that they make these half bottles with screw tops, so you don't have to try and get a cork back in, is very nice and very helpful. Very convenient. Do you mind? She just jumped into her water bowl. Who does that? She's so weird. I love her so much. You ever look at your animal and go, who said you could be so perfect? Because it wasn't me, but I'm okay with it. Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. I'm gonna need a chiropractor after this one. Because I'm trying to stay in frame, but like, here's me sitting upright. Here's me staying in frame. Just because this is such a low section and I can't like elevate the table, and if I brought it's just how it worked out. Some of these curves are kind of reminding me of that like stupid S thing that everybody drew. I remember learning how to do that in 3rd grade. Second grade. I learned how to do that in second grade. So that was 1999 that I learned how to do that? What? And actually this year, a student wrote that on a paper for whatever reason and was like, hey, Miss Kane, look at this cool thing I know how to do. I'm like, boy, I've been doing that since before you were alive. Since before he was alive. This is the video full of existential dread. That's what this is. You know, this is actually looking pretty nice. I take back everything I said. Still not as delicate as I want them to be. That's just the nature of this brush, and that's okay. It really is okay. I'm just deepening some of the older ones that have dried so I can make them look just a little bit more vibrant. Yes. And I've noticed throughout my time of working with teenagers is that there are a lot of these trends that they think are new that are just repeats of trends when we were kids. Millennials, or really anybody, but like, sound off, let me know, what is the trend that you have heard people say it's this cool new thing, but you know it's just something you used to do when you were a kid, and it's just coming back and being repopularized? For me, Baby Shark. Not just the stupid S thing. Baby Shark. I had this conversation with my parents a couple of days ago because my adorable little cousin had a Zoom piano recital and one of the songs she was gonna play was Baby Shark. Baby Shark was a dumb dance that I used to do when I was a little kid in Girl Scouts. We had all these silly little, I guess you could call them theater games. We had all these little games and dances that we would do to kill time if we had extra time in between activities or waiting for lunch to be ready or something like that at Girl Scout camp. And I was a kid, like this was 3rd or 4th grade. And now someone put more music behind it. Like someone made it a track and not just a melody. And then people start remixing it and people start dancing to it and little kids are obsessed with it. And it's this whole new thing. And I'm like, boy, I've been doing Baby Shark since I was a little freaking kid in the early 2000s. Okay. I told my students, my freshmen and high school students, so 14 and 15-year-olds, and they were like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, sorry, you're not that original. And that really is such a millennial thing to say right now. I've noticed this on a lot of TikToks. We are mad at how popular things are that were big when we were young, but they were big differently because social media wasn't what it is now. So when we see these trends getting people like millions of followers online and on different social media platforms, yeah, it's a little frustrating. We were doing this a long time ago. We started it and people are like making it their own and not giving credit where credit is due. And I'm pissed. I'm glad it's doing good things for people. That I'm not mad about. I'm mad about people thinking they thought of something new and they didn't. And I'm probably gonna get a lot of crap for saying stuff like that. And it's probably because there are definitely things that millennials do that were probably done before. Long before we did. Although then it's like, at what point is it stealing versus just like taking something and sort of making it your own thing? At what point are you just straight up stealing? At what point is it like copyright infringement? And then when is it your own interpretation of something? There's your deep philosophical question of today. Gosh, this is taking a while. What did you expect, Andrea? These are intricate little vines. Of course, it's gonna take a while. Speaking of vines, I miss Vine. Anybody else miss Vine? I miss Vine a lot. Dan and I quote vines to each other all the time, and it's wonderful. I think it's one of the reasons we work so well together. It's just our love of Vine, you know? Find someone who likes Vine as much as you do, and then you know that it's real. That's how you know. I'm kidding. There's so many other factors. But the Vine thing is fun. Okay, this is gonna take a long AF time. Cue the time lapse. Oh. Should I get a standing easel instead? That's thick. Oh, that's thick. Oh, she's thick though. Oh no, that's a glob. You know how I know it's a glob? It's showing up on camera. That's gonna be carved out later. Yeah, the black is gonna be coming back in full force, y'all, because there's some stuff in here that just like, it's not supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be there. Starting to get a little bit lax. with my placement because this is getting a little bit crazy. Although I'm kind of liking how this is working when I do the curls real fast. Do you not also sing, narrate what you're doing? I want it to look more full. I want there to be a lot of these vines to fill in the black. But I don't want them to like run into each other. It's like I want it to look busy, but I still want it to look delicate. You know what I'm saying? And that is proving a bit difficult right now. Apparently I'm Scottish today. That's all right. That's all right by me. I like doing accents. It's fine. And yes, I do this with my students. Frequently, I go into different voices and a lot of them are just sort of like, but they're paying attention. Here's my tip on how to get into a Scottish accent. Just say the phrase, that's dead great, but it's that's dead great. And suddenly you're perfectly Scottish and that's how it works. Am I wrong? We're almost there, y'all. We are so almost there. I can like taste it. I've decided that I'm gonna stop looking at the picture because I'm trying so hard to make it like perfectly in line with everything that the picture has and all of that. But I understand the style now. It's like a bunch of big curls and then like little nubbins off of that. Yes, that is the proper term. So I'm gonna make a bunch of big curls and then I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do some nubbins. Says she's not gonna look at the picture. Immediately looks back at the picture. Oh, I'm starting to shake. Starting to get a little shaky here. That's not good. We don't want the shakes. We want a steady hand. Okay, I like it a lot. Another tip I have for you. If you're ever painting something and you're not sure that you like it, step back. Like for me, I just sat back a little bit. I didn't have my face here. I just sat back and I like it. If you get too lost in the fine detail, she says doing a finely detailed painting, no painting looks perfect up close. Let yourself enjoy your art from afar because when you hang it up, you're gonna be enjoying it from afar. So you should repeat that process during your process. We're almost there. Just a few more somethings. And then we can get into the carving with the black paint. Every once in a while, I get these moments where I'm like, oh, that was perfect. Don't touch it. 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 And then later, I have to touch it up. Okay. If I don't stop now, I'm never gonna stop. Let's clean this off and dip into the black again. I want it to be very precise. I want it to be very, very clear where I want these carves to be. Carvings. Carves? Carves is a verb, not a noun. Gosh. Again, I teach numbers, not words. Oh, this is tricky, but it's cool. Ooh, yes. Yeah. Okay. There. Blob no more. Abby, I hope I'm doing you proud. Day 6, y'all! Whew! That was a tricky one. That one took me a bit. With dry time and everything, that took me almost 2 hours. Worth it though. Let me show you. Look at that. Detailed paintings take a lot longer, but they are so fun and the detail, like, it makes it so much better. Good choice, Abby. And it's the perfect representation of our friendship. One of the things we first bonded over when we first became friends. Here's it as a whole. Here's the whole thing so far. We've got a really nice combination of light and dark. Lots of contrast happening. So a big thank you to Abby for today's suggestion. If you like this video and you want to see more of my painting adventures and you want to see how the whole thing turns out, hit subscribe, give the video a like, comment below on other things you want to make sure that I either talk about or what else you want to see in these videos. If there's something else you want me to specify with like what I'm doing or something like that, let me know in the comments. Stay tuned for day 7 and thanks for watching.